Hello everyone, Priceless here, and it's been a while, it's been a pretty long time. Sorry about that. I said I would be consistent, but the exams came, then Christmas, New Year's. Had to go back to my country cause COVID and shit. So yeah, didn't have much time to record, honestly. I did keep up with the game, but I wasn't always in a good setting to record it and post it and stuff. Anyways, so we are doing the Beatrix last chapter Lufenia today. This commentary that I'm doing right now is delayed. I mean, I'm recording it after the fact because it took me so many tries, it took me forever to manage to do this Lufenia with this comp, because I wanted to use Vanille and I wanted to use Desch, and so I had to use this comp. Because dude, using Vanille in a fucking Lufenia, how cool is that, dude? Like, using Vanille after so long felt so good. So yeah, I really wanted to use this comp and I had a lot of trouble at first, but once I got the hang of it, I could do it. But yeah, I did so many tries that I wasn't even near my computer to record my voice, so I just recorded all my attempts until I managed to do it. Now I'm doing the commentary. So this stage, dude, it's not that hard once you get the hang of it. Vanille, surprisingly, is really good in this stage, because her EX, her debuff, the trap she puts, is gonna be so handy for the Lufenia orb. So what more can I say? Yeah, Beatrix, of course. I did not want to chase her LD because I had her EX plus built already from last time we had her, and I remember when I pulled her, it was the second time that her EX plus was featured, and so I built her a little late because that was the second time we could get her, and I remember she was already kinda underwhelming. She was pretty lacking at the time I built her, and so she felt really disappointing, because I chased her and I spent quite a lot of resources to get her, and so I'm kind of mad at Beatrix, and I mean, like, I don't know, I still have that trauma, and yeah, I simply didn't want to chase her LD because I didn't want to regret it. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna spend a maximum of 100 tickets, and if I get it, I get it, and if I don't, let's just skip the banner. And I did get it in like 50 tickets, so we're using her, and actually she wasn't so bad, but she really has a specific role. Like, she has a lot of buffs, which means you can't use her in a lot of comps because she's gonna overrate other buffs. So she's really niche. You can't use her in every comp, by like, far from that. But here, of course, it's her Lufenia, so of course she works fine. We're using Desch for that Thunder Imperil, which is pretty nice to have, and sometimes the paralyzes he gets are pretty useful. That on top of the auras, on top of the death down he can use. Like, overall, he's just also really good in this comp. And we're running Cloud Friend, of course, for those delays, and obviously the Dispel. Because in this stage, we are basically gonna... We're basically gonna Dispel as much as possible to get the orb count up. And now what we just saw right now is the really difficult part. Their charged attack will kill you, and so you need to time Beatrix's buff so you always have it when they're doing their charged attack. And that, on top of dispelling, on top of taking care of the orb, on top of making sure you have her EX charged fast enough to reapply the buff if you need it, just makes it really hard to do, because if you play this stage with, let's say, Warrior of Light, then you just have his LD passive going on, his LD buff, and you just reset the shield whenever you need it. But with this, it's so specific, it makes it really hard. So that's why I had some trouble, because sometimes they jump turns for no reason, sometimes you don't expect them to charge their attack as fast as they do. So that's the problem. Here I think I should be fine, because I'm gonna delay both with the break, and then I will be able to use the HP attack. So we're keeping Cloud and the summon precisely for moments where they'll have their charged attack on, and I won't be able to block it with Beatrix's buff. So whenever I know I'm gonna have to tank that shit, I use either Cloud to delay or the summon. That way, that gives extra time to Beatrix to charge her EX and then apply the buff. That was also one of the troubles I had. Sometimes even with that it wasn't enough, and I did clear it once, and I was over the turn count by 2 turns. That was really annoying, but then I got it on this try, so it's fine. So now you should reapply the buff again. And actually, okay, let's talk a bit more about Beatrix, because damage-wise, I mean, she's synergy, so obviously this isn't what she's gonna deal always, but it's not too bad. She could use a bit more damage, but again, she's more like tank support oriented while still having some damage, like the typical paladin archetype. So it does feel good. The rework definitely feels good. The LD fixes a lot of problems she had, mainly the damage, but that the battery she provides every time she procs that LD is so good. So I'm happy I got it, but again, I don't think I would have chased it, simply because I think there are better units out there, and just better units that will come. And again, she's really niche, so if you luck sack her, I would say still build her if you want. If she's your favorite, obviously just throw all your gems at her. And she's not bad, she's definitely not bad, but again, if I need that kind of battery tanky HP reduction, HP damage reduction type of tank support, I'm just using Warrior of Light. I mean, I have his burst, he has the shield, he has the batteries, he has the HP damage reduction that is way easier to use than Beatrix's, so you know, he deals way less damage, obviously, but still, if I want that kind of character, I'm just going for Warrior of Light. So I don't know. Though I mean, yeah, I guess she's fine. But enough about Beatrix, because dude, look at the damage I'm about to do on Vanille's EX. I think she caps. Does she cap? Dude, she fucking caps. That's Vanille. That's a unit from what? 8 months ago? 10 months ago? When was the last time she got featured on something? It's been forever, dude. And she's fucking capping damage in a Lufenia. And thank God she has last stand, because there I would have fucking killed myself if she died. Thank God she has last stand. But yeah, she caps, she deals good damage. her EX was so great, so great. Like, she did her job amazingly. And I'm really surprised I was able to use her in Lufenia, dude. Like, she's probably one of my favorite characters in DFFOO. Because I'm a big fan of 13, that's why I also use lightning a lot. I mean, everyone that has lightning uses her a lot, but that's also because I love 13. And I don't know, being able to use Vanille just makes me happy. So see, we didn't have the buff on, he was about to do the charged attack, so I need to summon there. And I think I'm actually gonna do decent damage during this summon. I mean, not on that EX, because she went from nothing, but sorry about that. So let's see how much I do. I'm gonna say 180k. Or am I being too optimistic? Exactly, 187. So see, that's not too bad. But again, she's Synergy, so I'll have to test her outside of Synergy. Yeah, that lunge felt really good. How much is it? Yeah. And for Desch, which I have barely talked about, I have to say I'm not the one who came up with this comp. I saw it on a YouTube video back from the JP event. If I find the video again, I'll link it in the description, just to give credit where credit is due. And yeah, I saw he used Desch, and I was like, you know what, I'm already using Vanille, which I'm really happy to use because it's been forever since I last used her. And I realized Desch was one of my first LD units, and he was really good with that LD debuff that he has, and which you can basically paralyze every turn if you're lucky. But he has Ancient Imperil, he has a good LD buff, he has a good his EX deals good damage. I mean, overall he's really nice, and I barely use him, and so I felt kind of bad. So when I saw he used Desch, I thought, you know what, why not? Let's go for Desch. And well, yeah, he works fine. Definitely the paralyze definitely help. And yeah, I don't really know what to say about him, except that I barely use him. I remember chasing him with gems. I really wanted him, and then I used him a couple times and never again. So dude, if I can pull out Desch in Lufenia, I'm gonna do it. Though I didn't chase Beatrix, but I feel that's what's gonna happen with her. Gonna use her a couple times, like here, maybe in another event if I see that I can use her. And that's about it. I don't think I'm gonna use her anymore. But it's fine, because I just used a few tickets. Now the thing is, should I chase that Cloud BT? I really want it. And I don't think I'm gonna chase it with gems. But I remember with Lightning, I really wanted her burst, because again, I love 13 and she's probably one of my favorite FF characters, like overall, maybe my favorite character. And so it would have been a shame if I didn't have her burst. And so I remember until her last banner was gone, I was throwing every single ticket I had on her banners, just for the burst, because I had every other weapon in all of her banners where the BT was featured. And so I didn't want to chase it with gems, because like there's just no way I spend that many gems. Like, how much is it? 120k? There's no way I spend that much for a single weapon that is optional. So I just threw every single ticket, and I remember her last banner I had only 15 tickets left, those were the 15 last I could use before she was gone. I used them and there it was. I got the burst on those 15 tickets. It felt so good. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do with Cloud. Just till he's gone, throw every ticket I have and hope for the best. I mean, at the end of the day, they're only tickets, so that's what they're made for. So we can pull without regrets. I mean, they're already pretty low, so yeah, I don't really talk that much about the run, because you're seeing what's happening, and because I'm not playing as I speak, I can't really explain my thought process. I already told you my strats, how I'm gonna use Cloud, how I'm gonna use the summon, how's the run difficult, and why I'm using each unit, and what I think about them. So yeah, it's just some ranting, I guess. Now I pop that Cloud, because Beatrix's LD isn't ready. I mean, it was ready, but let's pop that same cloth. Is she still capping? Nah. It's still decent damage. I think she has to reapply the deep protect. So now I'm gonna use that burst. And honestly, I'm surprised at how much it deals. And I guess that's the good thing about Cloud Friend, is that because his burst is so much based on just HP dumps and Brave Regen, I don't think he even deals Brave damage during that burst attack. Or he deals very little, it's mainly just HP dumps and Brave Regen. And he dealt 300k, which is almost skipping, I think. So you don't really need him to be really buffed on attack or anything. Like, you don't need him to be like really set up for it, because he's just gonna do his own regen. So he's really nice to have. Actually, I really didn't expect Cloud as a friend unit to be that good, but I have to admit that the delays, that burst effect, the you can dispel, paralysis, like, he has so many good tools to help you in just 5 turns. Like, I can see him being used in some cases over Ami. I mean, here obviously, because Ami just has an insane amount of frame debuffs, and that's exactly what you don't want, because you need them to buff themselves. But that actually has happened to me on one try on this. I didn't think about it. I didn't have any clouds ready, like cloud friends, and so I took Ami, and I was about to kill them, and I used Ami. I don't know why. I used him, I don't know, too early, and they got full frame debuffs, and so I died from the orb. Because I couldn't kill them enough, fast enough, because I used her too early. That's maybe the most frustrating attempt. Dude, and he deals damage, like, that's 150, 160k damage on each LDUs. Ah, they're really low. I swear to God, when I got to this point, I was like, if I fail now, I'm never doing this stage again. Because now I had the perfect setup. The orb was right. Like, everything was right. The spacing was right. The charge attack status was right. Everything was fucking right. And dude, if I failed there, and you're gonna see, not spoiling, but I almost failed. Because now that Cloud is gone, I can't delay them or anything, so I really have to be careful now. So here I want to be careful and use the debuff because he has the charge attack, but actually I think I'm... Yeah, that's it. I'm killing him, her I mean, before he even gets his turn. I mean it's a monster, so whatever. So I just used that, his LD to make sure it had enough damage to kill it. And now is the tricky part, and you're gonna see why I almost failed. So here I barely deal damage. Here he's at 1%. And now he gets 2 turns in a row. Look how much brave he has. If I don't kill him in these 2 turns, I die. So here, I hope for the best. He does it, she doesn't die. And then here I just think to myself, please, if that doesn't kill it, I'm fucking dead. And for the love of God, it killed it. And if it didn't kill it, if I had the HP pixel, I would have failed. Unless, I mean, he was paralyzed, so he could have been paralyzed and paralyzed again, but that wasn't likely. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to do all the next upcoming Lufenias. Sorry I couldn't, you know, keep up with the others and be consistent and stuff, but I'm gonna try my best for what's coming next. So, thanks again and see you guys.